It was a cold, wet afternoon when Claire found herself in the forgotten part of town. The kind of street where time moves slower, where shop windows haven't been cleaned in years, and the air smells faintly of dust and rain. She was only passing through, but then a sudden gust of wind caught her umbrella, snapping it inside out. Rain poured down her coat, chilling her to the bone. Looking for shelter, she spotted a narrow alley, dark and half hidden between two crumbling buildings. And at the very end, a door. It stood there as though it had always been waiting. A heavy wooden door, no sign, no handle, just a faded brass knocker and a stained glass window above, glowing faintly despite the grey sky. She didn't think. She just pushed it open. The scent hit her first. Old paper, ink, rain-soaked timber. It was a library, but not like any she'd seen before. Shelves carved into the walls stretched impossibly high, further than the building should allow. Ladders leaned in odd places, as if they'd moved themselves when no one was looking. And every book was identical. Deep green leather, thin gold lettering on the spine. She ran her hand along them. Thomas A. Delaney, Margaret Fields, Henry Colburn. Not titles, names. She pulled one out. The first line read, "The life of Thomas Alexander Delaney, beginning the day of his birth." And it told exactly that. His first breath, his mother's tears, the chipped mug of coffee the doctor held in the delivery room. Every detail was exact, precise, like the book had been there, watching. Then she saw it, her name, Claire Ellen Marlowe. Her fingers trembled as she slid it free. It was her life, not just the public memories, her private ones too. The boys she loved in high school but never told, the lies she told to get her first job. The night she sat alone on the kitchen floor at 23, wondering if she wanted to go on living. Things she'd never told a soul. She flipped toward the end and froze. Today's date. The last sentence read, Claire walks into a building to escape the rain. She finds herself in a library she has never seen before. The next page was blank, and the ink was still wet. "You shouldn't read ahead," a voice said behind her. She turned. A man stood in the shadows, tall, thin, dressed in a black suit from another time. His eyes were pale, too pale. "Do you know what you're holding?" he asked. "It's my life," she said. "Every soul has a record," he replied. "Every breath, every choice. But yours is unfinished." Her pulse quickened. "You could read ahead," he said. "See tomorrow, next year, who will love you, who will betray you." Her voice was barely a whisper. "And if I don't like what I read," he leaned closer, "then you could change it." Claire stepped back. At what cost? "Every action is a sentence," he said. "Every choice a page, but to rewrite always comes with a price." "What happens to people who try?" she asked. "They get lost in their edits until their books are nothing but contradictions. And then I close them forever." The book on the table opened by itself. Pages fluttered, then stopped near the end. Now it read. Claire hesitates at the door. She turns back. She chooses to read on. The ink was wet again. Her hand hovered between the door and the book. Rain glistened beyond the doorway. Golden light spilled from the pages inside. The man's voice was barely more than a whisper now. "Every reader becomes a writer eventually." The clock seemed to stop. And then...
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe our channel for more interesting stories.